In today's video, we're going to talk about sugar. Is it evil or is it good? Before we get into the meat and potatoes of my video, I just wanted to share a touching moment I saw when I landed in Boise, Idaho on June 3rd. This was a son returning home from war and seeing her mother. And as someone who just now has a 2-year-old son, I thought this moment was pretty amazing. This whole crowd was gathered and I actually got to watch it all unfold right in front of my eyes. This was actually at the bodybuilding.com Fitness Expo. Lane Norton, who has his own product line, Carbon Supplements, was giving some deadlift instruction and sharing time with fans. It was a really nice event. Although it was, small by comparison to most expos, I would say it was one of my favorite of all time, just because we got to spend so much quality time with people. They did have a pro powerlifting event, and Jesse Norris was there, and he actually took the title with this lift. And what was really cool was he went for 810 on his next attempt, and he didn't lock it out, but it was still fun to watch. And then here is a clip of downtown Boise from the Zion Bank. I think it was like the 17th floor. Beautiful in the valley. And here's the rain I returned home to on Sunday. Hey guys, what's going on? It's Paul Revelia from ProPhysique.com, and I've got an update for you and a discussion that I wanted to have. This past weekend was spent in Boise, Idaho. Never been to Boise before, but man, it is a beautiful, beautiful place. Of course, it is pretty much summer, so it was very warm there, but none of the humidity of Florida, so it wasn't so sticky. It was just warm. But the entire city is really friendly, really social. We were staying right in downtown. So we got to see all the bars and restaurants and places in Boise that are just, it seemed like a very, very modern, fun place to live. Got to see bodybuilding.com headquarters, which was exciting for me because it's where I started out this crazy fitness journey with regards to at least competing. Prior to that, it was only in magazines and books that I had bought and read. So bodybuilding.com, between the forums and that's where I used to buy my supplements. It was just a wonderful place to visit because it has a lot of nostalgia for me. And then the expo itself in Boise, while small compared to many of the other expos we go to, it was hyper focused on providing a lot of information. We had a powerlifting, like a pro deadlift event there. They did an aerobics class with Candace. They did Chris Gethin spoke about his history and experience and nutrition and training. That was very fun to listen to. And then just getting to see some faces. The nice thing about expos that small is that you feel like you actually get to know some people, make some friends. And I was happy to see that a couple of people came to the expo just because I had posted about it. So that was exciting for me. And I was there actually supporting Lane Norton, as you guys know, is one of my closest friends, and he does have a supplement line that is exclusive to bodybuilding.com. And I did post, I took a picture. I was wearing, Lane gave me one of the shirts, and I was wearing it in a picture. And I don't want anyone to get the wrong idea. I am Core Nutritionals for life athlete. Boom, right there. So if anyone was wondering, it was just me supporting my boy Lane, proud of him, what he's doing, but Core Nutritionals is where it's at for supplements. Regardless of that, today's video topic I want to discuss, I've been getting questions. So Lane wrote an article for bodybuilding.com. I'll try to remember to put the link below on sugar. Sugar gets demonized a lot. And then there's the other side of the coin where people feel like sugar is not bad in any way. I'm a little bit more middle of the road, so I just wanted to give my thoughts on sugar and its effects and how we should use sugar. So I very much believe that sugar, used properly, has zero negative effects. For the average person who's dieting, as long as they're using sugar responsibly, then it's fine. My nutrition plans include a fiber content goal for each day. For that reason, because you cannot get all of your carbohydrates from sugar if you're hitting a fiber goal. To be more specific, sugar is a pure carbohydrate source. It has no fat in it. So it's got some benefits there for people who have a higher carbohydrate intake and have trouble digesting a lot of whole foods. I know I've had, clients, even myself, I've noticed when my calories get quite high and I'm trying to eat whole foods, oatmeal, potatoes, rice, these types of things, they can digest a bit slow, and it can be difficult to increase calories to a level that's going to support what I need to support. So in those situations, I do believe sugar can be highly beneficial because it's not difficult to digest. I do feel like, eating a certain amount of fruits and vegetables today, a couple servings, is very beneficial. And the glucose and the fructose that is broken down by the body is going to be used properly as long as your diet is in the right proportions. I have heard and seen documentaries on people getting fatty livers from taking in too much sugar, much like an alcoholic would, and that's because the liver has to process that. So being responsible with sugar is very important. I don't want people to think just because they read an article that says sugar is good for you and they don't actually read the article. What usually happens is they read the title and they start making assumptions based on the title. It's all about balance. Annoyingly as it sounds, it almost always comes back to just being about balance and not trying to be on one side or the other too aggressively. So saying someone can never have fruit, vegetables, or sugar is completely wrong in my opinion. Saying sugar has no side effects, that's also wrong. So when should you avoid sugar? And this comes from experience on the personal level as well as experience with clients and some of the research I've seen on the effects on the brain that sugar can have. So when you're in a caloric restrictive state, either trying to lose body fat or just maintain your weight, and your body fat gets a little bit lower, I do believe there is a correlation between eating sugar and cravings. I've noticed it myself. I've noticed the inability to stop eating at times because I had cravings, and those are almost always usually related to sugar. Specifically chocolate chip cookies for me. I don't know what your vice is, but there can be times when I find I just keep reaching for something. And that's, in my opinion, that's the effect that sugar has on the brain. I can't think I've ever had that effect with vegetables where I just kept eating. You kind of get full. They do have a fibrous effect, and they don't affect blood sugar the same way that sugar does because they digest differently. So when you're in a caloric deficit, it's important to think of your diet as a budget. And if you only have, 100, 200, however many grams of carbs per day, and you're going to be getting 40 or 50 of those grams from sugar, it's going to be difficult to feel satiated. And feeling full when in a diet is a very important aspect. The psychology of an athlete or a person dieting is very important. And so for this reason, I like to keep sugar in check. I won't tempt myself with foods that I know are going to trigger hunger and possibly a binge eating session when calories are low and body fat is low. So use sugar wisely. Don't make it the focus of your diet. Don't feel like you have to avoid sugar, but be intelligent about avoiding it at times when it may trigger something that's going to happen inside of you and cause you to reach for more food, go off your plan, feel guilty, just because you think you should try to fit sugar in your diet because you're a flexible dieter. The one consistent thing I can say about flexible dieters, or those that use the IIFYM approach, is to get great results, you still need to plan ahead, you still need to be consistent, and food source still needs to come from whole foods so you can feel the best you possibly can when in a restricted state. You want to give yourself the best chance you can to be successful, not stress yourself out by trying to fit junk food or something sugary in your diet when it's not in your best interests. I know it can be kind of a cool, trendy thing to talk about how much junk you can fit into your daily diet, but in my opinion, when it comes down to being your best, you will choose the food that is best and not try to trick the system or be trendy. I can assure you, the best athletes in the world are doing this. So, anyway guys, just want to let you know my thoughts on sugar, because I've been getting some questions regarding the usage and how much you should take. I'm not going to give any specific numbers, as long as you're hitting your daily goals and your fiber intake goal and you feel full and you're not risking binge eating, then you're in a good place. If you notice that after you eat a certain type of food that you can't control your hunger, then it's time to look at changing out some of your food sources to something a bit less risky. Alright guys, so this is Paul Revelia from ProPhysique.com, about to go into the gym. It's a tropical depression here in Florida, but I still got to get my session in. I'm pretty excited. I actually I picked up some wireless Bluetooth headphones over the weekend, and I'm going to rock these in the gym. These are courtesy of bodybuilding.com. And I haven't been wearing headphones in the gym because they just became a hassle. So I hooked up some Bluetooth headphones to my iPhone. I'm going to see how it goes today. I'm going to focus, get my work done. Anyway guys, that's it. If you have any questions, comments, I'd love to hear below. And I actually signed up for Snapchat. I'm not too good at it yet. My friend Amanda Bucci was at the Expo, and after we got a cup of coffee, we were hanging out, and she showed me how to use it a little bit. Lane's pretty good at it too, so I still got some learning to do. But overall, I plan to use the Snapchats as I get better at it. Probably going to use it mostly as a means to share like quick little tidbits of information, and promote the things that I enjoy. I enjoy the YouTube and the Instagram the most out of all the platforms. So that's what I'm going to stick with as far as consistency. But I do feel like Snapchat, after hearing what Gary Vee had to say about it and some of my other friends, and talking to Amanda about how she uses it, I feel there are some benefits. It's not just dick pics. So anyway guys, hope that's been a nice video for you to watch. If you have any topics you want covered, I try to do videos that are basically something that has been consistently asked of me or on my mind, something relevant. So I love doing that stuff, and try to keep it fresh. I'm excited. If I sound a little tired, I've been pretty much on the go since Wednesday afternoon, short on sleep, driving, flying. My wife was in the hospital last night sick when I got home. So I'll talk to you guys soon, and try to have more energy for the next one. Hey guys, I'm sitting here editing footage, and I just wanted to bring up a point while my email is dinging at me, that the dose makes the poison. So when we're talking about sugar, if you want to look at sugar as being evil and having all these problems, it's all in the dose, and the dose for anything that we take in is what's important. Arsenic, which is the most poisonous thing that we can eat, is in a lot of the foods we consume. Just it's such a small amount that it doesn't impact us. So please remember that when you're looking at if things are good or bad. Just because it has an ingredient that has potential to harm you in some small amount doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean it's bad at all, okay? So anyway, I hope you guys enjoy the video. Thanks.